Good evening. Welcome back to Hellhound's Late Night Spook Show here on the Horror Metal channel. I'm a Hellhound, obviously, and we're going to do yet another re-review today, finishing up all my re-reviews of the Halloween movies from videos that I sent to private early on. You probably know the whole story by now, but yeah. The only one left is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers from 1988, directed by Dwight H. Little. Yeah, after I review this one, then all the Halloween movies will be available on my channel until Halloween Kills comes out, which I'll share my thoughts on that when it comes out in 3 days. Very excited. So yeah, I still got quite a few re-reviews to get to after this one too. I need to do all 12 of the Friday the 13th movies, so, and a few others, but anyway, well yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, a spectacular sequel with some great performances. 10 years ago, Dr. Sam Loomis, played again by Donald Pleasence, finally stopped the insatiable murderer Michael Myers, this time played by George P. Wilbur. Dr. Loomis caused a huge explosion which engulfed both of them in flames. They survived, however, with Michael in a coma and Dr. Loomis having some burn scars and having to walk with a cane. It's revealed that Michael's sister, Laurie Strode, who he was trying to kill a decade ago, died in a car accident a few years ago after he was burnt to a crisp. Her 9-year-old daughter, Jamie Lloyd, played by Danielle Harris, who is Michael's niece, of course, has been living in a foster home where she is very close to her adoptive sister, Rachel Carruthers, played by Ellie Cornell. Michael awakens from his coma, still covered in bandages, and escapes while being transported to another hospital. He kills several people and quickly finds a pasty white mask similar to the one he wore during his previous killing spree from a decade ago, along with his familiar gray coveralls. It becomes apparent that he's after his young niece and will stop at nothing to finish her off. Dr. Loomis must now stop his evil enemy once again before poor Jamie is killed. This is my third favorite Halloween film ever, next to the first two. It doesn't quite compare to the original or even the second film in my opinion, but it is very good in its own right. The fact that Michael is now targeting a child does give this film a darker and edgier tone. This film also represents and captures the actual Halloween holiday spirit, I think better than any other film in the series, with the possible exception of Part 6. When I first watched this, I was thrilled to see Donald Pleasence return as Dr. Loomis, as he is one of my favorite horror protagonists of all time. It may not be very realistic that he and Michael survived their fiery fate at the end of the second film. Hell, Michael even has his eyes completely intact this time, and he can perfectly see, after Laurie shot them out at the end of the second film. But maybe you can say she, shot around his eyes or close to them. I don't know, but, yeah, I don't know, man. But it's perfectly okay, because a suspension of disbelief is pretty much required to enjoy these type of films anyway. Yeah, this one isn't quite as scary or suspenseful as the first two, but there's still plenty of that to satisfy the die-hard Myers fans. There's still enough of it, for sure. There are indeed quite a few eerie moments, definitely. Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell are both great in their respective roles. Props go to Harris for being able to pull off such a believable and emotional performance at such a young age. Usually kids in horror movies kind of annoy me, but she's the exception, or one of the exceptions. She was actually very solid. I was rooting for her the whole way. Jamie's probably my fourth favorite character in the entire franchise, next to, of course, Myers, Loomis, and Laurie. And Danielle Harris herself has since become one of my favorite actresses and scream queens. I'm glad that she still has quite a career to this day, and she's been in several horror films over the years. It even returned to the Halloween franchise with the two Rob Zombie films. And I love how protective Rachel is over Jamie. She's a great character as well, and Cornell plays her in a very credible and pleasant way. George P. Wilbur is an excellent Michael Myers, giving a very scary and intimidating portrayal, which kind of reminded me of the Terminator. He was very menacing, and he had quite a few more hands-on kills in this one, where he just destroys people with his bare hands and brute strength. The mask didn't look quite as good as the one in the first two, and the shape himself does maybe look a little too bulky. It even appears that he's wearing shoulder pads like a football player or something. He kind of has this almost Frankenstein monster look to him or something. I always found him much creepier when he had a more average build and could blend in better. He just looked like everybody else. He's usually kind of tall, but I don't think he really needs to be a hulking juggernaut either. None of that is Wilbur's fault, however, as he still plays him very well and is likely my third favorite Myers after Castle and Warlock. I don't know, I'm really liking James Jude Courtney as well, too, though, but anyway. And of course there's Donald Pleasence, who's still killing it as Dr. Loomis. The man could play the part in his sleep at this point, and the series was never really the same after Pleasence tragically passed away. Love that guy. He is Loomis. His determination to bring down Myers is taken to an even greater level in this one. And I love the whole good versus evil vibe that they have going on. He is to Michael as Van Helsing is to Dracula. And his intricate dialogue is still on point like always. I always watch in awe whenever he gives one of his intriguing speeches about Myers. Halloween 4 has some great acting, memorable characters, intense stalking sequences, genuine suspense, spooky scenery, brutal kills, solid writing, a great score, a potent autumn feel that perfectly evokes the Halloween spirit, and some very competent directing by Dwight H. Little, who uses a lot of bluish filters and cool lighting tricks. Add to all that a high-energy climax and an unexpectedly shocking final frame that will definitely stay with you for a while, and you have a very enjoyable sequel. Anyway, those are some of the reasons why fans of the first two movies will probably love this entry, which of course shares no continuity with the unrelated Part 3, Season of the Witch. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, from 1988, directed by Dwight H. Little. Check it out. Alright guys, thank you for watching my review of Halloween 4. Stay tuned for more re-reviews. Like I said, I need to get to all the Friday the 13th films, and there's also Last House on the Left, the original, the 1990 It TV miniseries, Silent Night, Deadly Night, which I'm going to wait till December, and My Bloody Valentine, which I'm going to wait till February. So, yeah, thank you for watching my review of Halloween 4. Now we're all caught up with all the Halloween movies, and I'll let you know what I think of Halloween Kills as soon as I see it here in a few days. And as always, thank you for watching Hellhound's Late Night Spook Show here on the Horror Metal channel. I'm Hellhound, and until next time, later.